Welcome to Hunting Down the Truth. I'm Hunter Lovell. Well, we're just over a month into 2019, and 10 major candidates have already declared their candidacy for president in 2020. It is expected that the 2020 field will get even more crowded as we get closer to Election Day. For more on the 2020 race, I'm joined by LSU Manship Professor Bob Mann. How are you today, Bob?
Good, Hunter. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, I just have a few questions for you today. How do you see the 2020 field shaping up in the coming weeks and months as more candidates announce their candidacy?
It may be the largest field of candidates we've ever seen, and it's a really big, powerful, qualified field. Sometimes it seems like half the U.S. Senate is going to be running for president on the Democratic side. It's going to be a lot of power, a lot of people. It's hard to imagine what the debates are going to look like. It's going to be a very crowded stage. Maybe they'll have to do it like the Republicans did last time, do them in two tiers. But it's going to be a really good field. It's going to be a lot of talent.
Mm-hmm. Do you expect Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Beto ORourke, if they announce their candidacy, which there is some speculation that they will, do you expect them to become automatic front runners in the Democratic field in 2020, or?
It depends on how you define front runner. If you're looking at the overall Democratic polls, maybe so. I think what more people are going to be looking at are polls in Iowa and New Hampshire and maybe Nevada to see, because that's where it's really going to matter in the beginning. So I think, personally, I think it's too soon to declare front runners because there's a lot of presidential politics to happen between now and the Iowa caucuses about a year from now.
Mm-hmm. Now, switching gears just a little bit, President Trump and Beto ORourke held about simultaneous rallies in El Paso on Monday night. And how do you think that having Beto have a simultaneous rally against Trump held a check, I guess, on Trump's rhetoric? Because there were some maybe misquotes that he mentioned about having the border wall nearly completed, and with Beto going simultaneously. Do you think that provides a better check on the president?
Yeah. Well, I think it was a really shrewd move on the organizers and O'Rourke to have that, because not only did it provide, as you say, a check on what Trump was saying at the same time, but the crowd that O'Rourke attracted was about twice as large, at least, than what Trump attracted in the same city. And I think it also O'Rourke helped highlight the fact that a lot of people in El Paso think that Trump's been not telling the truth about the wall and about El Paso and its crime rate over the years and how the wall has affected that.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of border wall funding, Congress has reached a compromise that only includes $1.375 billion for 55 miles of barrier fencing instead of the $5.7 billion for 234 miles that President Trump had sought. Now, Trump has signaled that he's unhappy with the compromise, but that he's leaning towards accepting the deal. How will this impact the president and his message for border security, especially among his base?
Well, he's telling people now that he's going to build the wall. He's already building the wall. He's going to keep building the wall. That this is just a continuation of something he's already been doing, and that this is just a down payment. None of that's true, but I suspect his base will believe it, and everyone else will know that it's not the truth.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for joining me today on my political segment, Bob. It was really great to have you. So, anyways, coming up, we have. When we come back, a former Tiger has a thorn in his side after not getting the rose she hoped for. We'll be right back.